So I bought this book for probably less than $5 because probably nobody wants to buy it. It's totally new, never used. I honestly don't know who chose the title, and I am sorry to say, but it must have been a real poor choice as a title, because in our today's world, where there is censorship for everything, how can you have a title like this for a book? I don't know. Now, the book was printed in 1995. The author, Shamkovich, is obviously a strong Russian grandmaster that has played hundreds of games at top level. So I got it because obviously I'm enjoying the creativity of these old Russian grandmasters. But the title is terrible. I mean, I don't know. You don't need a genius to understand that some words needs to be avoided, right? With that said, I just want to share with you some of the games of this book. There is part 1, Straight for the Jugular, Chess Miniature. Okay? The game number 1 was played in 1946, so 1 year after the war ended. It was the USSR Championship played in Gorky between Shamkovich white and Ivashin black. E4, E5, Knight F3, Knight C6. Honestly, they could have call it the Chess Creativity Handbook, something like that, no? Because chess is about creativity. Bishop B5, A6, Bishop A4, D6, and here there is this interesting move which is C4. Many of you will not know it. This is called the Duras system of the Ruy Lopez. Okay? Bishop G4, Knight C3, and Knight G E7. Here they think it's better obviously to play Knight F6 and maybe then Knight D7. It seems there are some maneuvers that are interesting, Knight F6, Knight D7, like Knight C6, C5, so, but Knight GE7 not so good. And why is not so good? Try to think what would you play if you were white. I can tell you that this is the opening, so you have a couple of tasks in the opening. One is develop the pieces, 2 is castle, but in the opening we generally fight for the center. So how do you fight for the center here? With D4. And in your chess career, at a certain point, you will feel it, that you need to fight for the center, because whoever gets out winning the fight for the center will definitely enjoy the gain from it, right? Okay, after D4, there is E takes D4, Knight D5, and here again black doesn't play the best move. He plays Rook B8. Probably the best one was Knight G6. Now the book was printed in 1995, but from what I see here, Leonid Shamkovich writes a kind of introduction and writes Brooklyn, New York, 1989. So it took him like 6 years to publish the book. I don't know why. But okay, so what did play white? What did white play? Bishop G5. Wow. black continue with b5, so that's the reason of rook b8, and there is c takes b5, a takes b5, and bishop b3. And now our friend makes a big mistake. He makes knight e5. This is a real blunder. Can you see why it's a blunder? If you can't, try to get something like this, 3 minutes, turn it and think of a position for 3 minutes. Obviously pause the video and you will have time to understand what's happening. What do you think white played here? White played knight takes e5. And here the problem is that if you play bishop takes d1, there is knight f6 check, g takes f6, bishop takes f7, checkmate. Okay, so this is kind of important. So he played f6, but it doesn't save you, right? Because there is queen takes g4, and after knight takes d5, there is bishop takes f6, winning the game. And here the game ended. Okay? So you can obviously check by yourself. You need to check by yourself, because if you do queen takes f6, there is queen d7, checkmate, right? So g takes f6, it still doesn't save you. Why? Because queen h5, king e7, queen f7, checkmate. So it's kind of a bad situation for black. And keep in mind, this is still m3. It's a mess here. This is a all big mess, right? Clearly white played better. It's interesting because it was easy, and this was a USSR championship. That's interesting. I want to show you other games from this book because again, I like all the Russian masters and I like to read their games. Thank you very much for watching.